Hi there, students. I'm very glad to get your response on my previous video. You have suggested me to make the same video in English. So, especially on your demand, I am making this video in English. Our session is on errors of pronouns. It is the 20th session of pronouns. We have to detect the errors in the questions given below, and we have to rectify these errors. So let's know how to rectify these errors. Stay tuned with Englisha. Our first question is, there is a close relationship between he and I. Here in this sentence, we have used a preposition between, and after this preposition we have used the nominative case of pronouns he and I. But the rule says that after a preposition we should use the accusative case of any pronoun, means the objective form of any pronoun. So here the objective form of he and I should be him and me. So after between we have to write him and me. So the correct answer should be here. Look here. There, I'm so sorry for the mistake. There is a close relationship between him and I. This is correct. Now let's move on to the next question. Question number 2. Neither of these 4 students will pass. We have used 4 students in this sentence, and we have used the pronoun neither in this sentence. Neither is restricted to, is subject to 2 entities, but we have used here 4 entities. So in the negative sense we have to use none in place of neither, because neither goes with 2 entities and none goes with more than 2 entities. So replace neither with the word none. None of these 4 students will pass. This is correct. Question number 3. Every man and every woman have their own choice. We have used a conjunction and in this sentence, and before and we have used a noun man, a singular noun man, and after and the other singular noun is woman, and before both of these nouns we have used every. So the rule says, when you are using a conjunction in your sentence and before and after the conjunction, if there are 2 singular nouns and are preceded by each or every, the whole setting of the words is thought to be singular. So every man and every woman, this setting of words is thought to be singular here. So we have to use here has. The first error is this. And after has we have to rectify there, because our subject every man and every woman is singular, and for the singular subject we should use a singular adjective. And especially here we have to use his because we are very accustomed to use his in our sentence because of male dominance in our society or in our language. So the correct answer should be every man and every woman has his own choice. Every man and every woman has his own choice. This is correct. Okay, our next question is, it is not us who are responsible for the delay. It is not us who are responsible for the delay. The setting of the sentence begins with it, and it is followed by the be form is. So the rule says when the sentence holds a be form and before the be form when there is it, and if we wish to use a pronoun after the be form, then we have to use that pronoun in its accusative form. No, in its nominative form. This is right. So it is not we. We have to replace us with the word we. So the correct answer should be it is not we who are responsible for the delay. This is correct. Question number 5th is, my farm is bigger than their. Mind here, before the word farm, which is a noun, we have used an adjective my. So where is the noun of the word there? So we have to use a noun after the word there because we cannot end a sentence on the possessive adjective. And more remarkably, we have made here an unparalleled comparison between my farm and their. It makes no sense. The comparison should be between my farm and their farm. This is correct. But unfortunately, we have made a mistake here. Now, what is the correct form of it? Let's find. My farm is bigger than their, and here we have to add an extra s, theirs. This is right. Why? Let us know. If we wish to use my farm is bigger than their farm, it means our sentence carries two same nouns. Farm and farm means we are repeating the same noun farm in our sentence. But we should not repeat the same noun. In order to replace this noun, we have to use a pronoun. That is why we are using here theirs. My farm is bigger than theirs. Okay, question number 6th. All which Mahira said was incorrect. Here we have used a pronoun all in our sentence, and the rule says that all takes the relative pronoun that, not which. The relative pronoun should be that here in case of all. Right? Move to the next step. So here we have to use all that Mahira said was incorrect. This is right. Why? Because all takes that, not which. All is followed by the relative pronoun that, not by which. This is the rule of pronoun. Okay, question number 7th. She has absented from the class today. She has absented whom? Suppose I absented myself from the conference. Mahira absented herself from the meeting. Likewise, we have to write here, she has absented herself from the class today. Because there are some verbs after which we should use pronouns in their reflexive form. So here we have to use the reflexive pronoun herself, because absent is such kind of verb which takes a reflexive pronoun after it in connection with the subject. So our subject is here she. So we have to use here she has absented herself from the class today. This is right. Now let's move for the next question. Question number 8. Those who live in glass houses should not throw stones at others. Here we have used the pronoun those, for which we have to use a relative pronoun who, not whose, because whose okay. Our next question. Whose is the adjective form of who, and after whose we should use a noun, but we are using here a verb, here an action word, that is live. So we have to use here the relative pronoun who, means we can say that we have to use here the nominative form of whose, not the possessive form of who, that is whose. Okay. Those who live in glass houses should not throw stones at others. This version is correct. Are you understanding this session? I hope yes. Question number 9. My friend and myself are glad to get your response. Look here. Before the verb are, we have used subjects my friend and myself. Mind the subjective form of myself. What is the subjective form of myself? It is I, not myself itself. So the subject should be I. The word myself should never be used as the subject of the sentence, because it is not the subjective form of pronoun I. I is the subjective form. Myself is the reflexive form or the emphatic form. Okay? So the answer should be my friend and I, not myself, are glad to get your response. This is correct. Now we are taking the last question of this session, that is the 10th question. The question is, it was me who phoned you yesterday. If you observe the question number 4th, here is the same pattern. It is not us. Question number 10th, it was me. It plus be form plus pronoun. So likewise, it is not we have to use here it was I, because the sentence begins in it is followed by the be form was, and the be form was is followed by the pronoun me, that is the accusative form of I, which is wrong. So the sentence begins in it followed by any be form should be followed by the nominative form of a pronoun. This is the rule of pronoun. Again, we have to write here, it was I who phoned you yesterday. This is correct. Drop your comment in the comment box. How did you feel throughout the whole session? I hope you enjoyed this session. Stay tuned with Englisha. Thank you.